Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. It's lovely to have you here, either you're new or if you're a returning viewer or subscriber. It's always great to have you tuning in. So today's reading we're doing, aren't we? How are you on your person's mind? Are you on your person's mind? What are they thinking? What are they feeling at this particular moment? So we're going to look at our three piles right now to take us into the reading. So I'll see you very soon. Okay guys, so here are our three piles. We've got pile number one, which is a beautiful card, and it says, I think it says speak out at the bottom, with this little mosaic bead here. We've got pile number two, which says listen to advice, with a little silver pattern bead here. You can see it there. And then we've got pile number three, which has a card, beautiful card. It says return to joy, with another little kind of mosaic sort of pattern bead. It kind of reminds me of mosaics. Anyway, so those are our three piles. Take a moment, go for whatever pile is calling to you intuitively. That's probably got the messages for you. Remember, it's a general reading, so just take the messages that feel right to you, that kind of sit with you, that resonate with you, leave the rest behind, and it's timeless, so it should be good for whenever you're finding it. But otherwise, I'll see you in your reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number one, welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading we're doing, aren't we? How are you on your person's mind? Are you on their mind? And what are they thinking about you, about the connection? How are they thinking about you and the connection? So you chose to come into this reading under this beautiful card. And underneath it says, speak out, communicate and solve the conflicts. So just for some of you, you might be in a situation with this person where there is, you're going through a rocky time or a tricky time, or you're in separation and there needs to be some communication, some problem solving to get it back on track or something like that. And this person kind of wants that, or they feel the need to, or they feel that there needs to be better communication, something like that, or they need to speak up, speak their truth. They want you to speak their truth, something like that. It could be just for some of you. There you go, some of you. Or maybe they just want to let you know how they're feeling. Maybe there needs to be, you're on their mind, or you're in their thoughts because they're trying to think of ways, or what they can say to you, how they can speak out, how they can express themselves, how they can communicate. Maybe there's been some misunderstandings or mixed messages or something like that, but they just want to let you know how they are feeling. So you also came in under this particular little kind of mosaic bead, lovely little mosaic bead. And I've also pre-shuffled a couple of oracle cards, so let's take a look at those and see what they are. So you've got, oh, lovely, you've got love. That's beautiful. So obviously you are on their mind. And we've got the love potion here, and these three little tomatoes. Maybe with the speak out and the love potion, for some of you, this person wants to, maybe it's a crush situation or attraction situation, and they want to let you know, they want to express how they're feeling, and they're thinking up ways with the potion here, of how they can, convince you to feel the same way maybe, or to, to show you their love. It's almost like, when you take a love potion, it's like somebody, wanting, when you drink the potion, it's like, suddenly you'll fall in love with that person. So it makes me feel like maybe they want you to they want to speak out, they want to express how they're feeling, and they want to show you their love. They want you to feel their love and feel love for them. Just for some of you, that could be. But we've got here, we've got the porcupine and anemone flower with the word boundaries. So obviously a porcupine's quite prickly, isn't it? And with boundaries here. So for some of you, it could be as well that you are in separation, or there's some problems going on in the situation, and there needs to be a talk out, a sort of clear, honest communication. Maybe they're a bit worried that you might be a bit prickly, or maybe there needs to be better boundaries in the situation, and that's what you need to talk about. You need to redraw the boundaries, Maybe that's what's caused some conflicts. You need to talk it out. You need to bring love into the situation. I feel like they do want to bring love into the situation. So wherever you are in this particular, whatever this is for you, I feel like this person does, you are on their mind in a loving way. And I feel like if there's conflict or issues or problems, they want to try and sort that out through communication. But maybe they're thinking with a porcupine here that you're very boundaried, that you wouldn't listen to them, or that you're not interested in them. Now, anemones, the flower anemone can have lots of different meanings. It's apparently got lots of different meanings. But it can mean, or one of the major meanings of it, it can mean sort of expectation and anticipation. So maybe this person has a lot of anticipation or expectation that about this connection still. But with the porcupine, maybe they're just thinking it's a bit, and the boundaries, they're thinking that it's, you might somehow be pushing it away in some way, or it might be a bit difficult to get to you. That might be why they need the love potion, to get you to drink the love potion so that you will be open to them again, possibly. But if it's like a crush on attraction situation, it could just be that they're maybe a bit worried. There are certain boundaries in place. Maybe they're a bit worried about overstepping those boundaries. But there's a lot of excitement and anticipation around the connection. They feel a strong attraction to you. They want to talk about it. They want to open up their feelings. They want to connect and communicate and solve any of the issues that might be there that is getting in the way of the situation, maybe, coming out into the open or moving forward in some way. But anyway, let's just get out of town. So a big thank you if you've liked, shared, subscribed lately. I really, really appreciate that. Big thanks for that. Just remember as well, it's a general reading. Just take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and it's timeless. That should be good for whenever you're finding it. But anyway, let's crack on. Let's see. How is pile number one's person, how is pile number one rather on their person's mind? Please can you tell me, how is pile number one currently on their person's mind? We have the Three of Swords, so there might have been a separation here for a lot of you. How is pile number one on their person's mind right now? Please can you tell me the Two of Wands and the Nine of Wands. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have the Justice, and that goes with what I was just saying. So I feel like at the moment they're feeling very sad. I think a lot of you are in separation from this person, or it feels to them like a situation at the moment which is sort of stuck and stagnant. And a bit heavy and got some issues, because we've got Three of Swords here. Well, that can talk about separation, loss, and heartache. I always think this particular depiction is a really powerful image. You've got these three swords digging into that heart, and it looks really painful. The image itself looks really painful, and this poor heart has just been severed by these three swords. So I feel like it is, if you are in separation from this person or you're having issues with them, they're definitely feeling it. There's a lot of sadness here. Certainly, it feels very, it just feels quite heavy. I feel these cards are actually with the Nine of Wands as well. It feels like this person is a bit burdened, a bit weighed down. Maybe there's been a lot of maybe there were a lot of problems in the situation before it came into separation, or maybe you're not actually in separation, you're going through a very difficult time with the Nine of Wands here, because this is like the wounded warrior. So this is like somebody who's kind of been through a lot of battles. They're still standing, they're still ready to fight. They're still ready to fight and stand up for a situation. So I feel like this person does feel a sense of loss, but I feel like they haven't really given up on it. Or they're still wanting to fight for it. They're still wanting to stand up for it. And I think that goes with the whole, wanting to communicate, wanting to connect with you, wanting to sort out issues, wanting you both to sort of stand strong. But they might be worried just with the porcupine, I'm just thinking that they're thinking that there might be a few prickles coming from you, or there might be a few, I mean, the porcupine has a lot of those pins, doesn't it? It just makes me think of these 3 swords. So maybe it's a situation that has hurt both of you, that has hurt them, and maybe it's because there was a lack of boundaries in the situation before, or there was a problem. Maybe it was a 3-way situation, maybe a third element here with the 3 tomatoes here and the 3 of swords. Maybe something else got in the way of this connection that caused it to come into separation, or that's caused it problems, or that's caused it pain. But they still have hope with the enemy here, the expectation and the excitement. They still have hope. They still are hoping that they're hoping that you will want to connect with them as well, because or reconnect with them, either connect with them or reconnect with them. So if this is an issue, if this is a situation where you haven't actually got off the ground with this person, maybe this person is just feeling like there's a lot of obstacles and problems in the way of this connection. Maybe there are literally a lot of boundaries, literally a lot of, with all those wands in the background, a lot of barriers maybe to you coming together. So maybe there's something like that going on. But essentially there's a huge attraction, there's love here, and that they want to try and overcome those barriers and those boundaries. And it's hurting them that they can't be with you. It's hurting them that they can't connect with you. So that could be another way of reading it. If you're not actually in a separation from this person, you haven't yet had a relationship with them, but you like them. Now, the overarching energy is the Justice card. Well, the Justice is a card, it's all about balance, bringing things back into balance, bringing fairness back into the situation, making things right. So it very much goes with the speak out, talking about it, communicating it, having heart-to-heart discussions, weighing everything up, with a view to balancing it out, to making it better. And I feel that's how you are in your person's mind right now. They want to repair it, they want to bring it back into balance, they want to declare it. It has that kind of feel to it. So that's kind of think where I'm at the moment. If that doesn't resonate with you so far, you might want another pile. But in terms of astrological signs, a 3 of Swords is Libran energy, 2 of Wands is Aries energy, 9 of Wands is Sagittarius energy, and Justice is Libran energy. And with the 2 of Wands here, I just feel like it's an awaiting period. So what they're feeling, how you're on your mind, is that they're having there might be a bit of indecision, or you might be keeping them waiting, something like that. They may be looking for, like this person is looking out into the distance, they might be looking for something, a sign from you, or something from you to indicate that you want them, or that you want to come back into the situation. It could again mean with the 2 of Wands that there are 2 things. So maybe with a 3-way situation here, this has come into separation because there were 2 options that they were considering, and they might still be, that might still be a reality for them. But I feel like that they want to talk with you, they want to communicate with you, they want to try and they still want to try and connect with you in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So how is pile number 1 on, their person's mind? How are they on their person's mind right now? Oh, that one wants to come out. Knight of Cups. How is pile number 1 on their person's mind? Okay, seven of Pentacles right under the 2 of Wands. This person definitely feels this situation is not over. They definitely feel that this situation is not over. It's more like on pause. Definitely. How is pile number 1 on their person's mind right now? Please make it clear to me. I feel like it's that one there. And this is the Ace of Pentacles, yeah. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck is the Star. Okay, so for sure, with the Knight of Cups here, underneath the 3 of Swords. So the 3 of Swords is this very painful card of separation and loss, or if you just can't be together, or it has felt impossible for you to be together, it's causing this person a lot of pain, but they want to come towards you with the Knight of Cups here. I mean, the Knight of Cups is somebody who wants to take action, who wants to put an end to that feeling of loss. and unhappiness and separation and heartache by replacing it with love. And that's why you got the love card. That's why you got the love potion, because I feel like they're offering you a cup. They want you to drink from that cup. And I feel like it's almost like with the love potion, they want you to convince you, to get you on side, to make you fall in love with them, either for the first time or again. It just makes me feel they want you to fall in love with them again with the Knight of Cups here. But it's stuck. There's an element of being stuck with them, of stagnation with the Two of Wands, the weighing up. They might be, I think they might be uncertain as well with the Two of Wands here about how you're going to receive them. And that might be why there's barriers and delays maybe to them sort of coming forward towards you quickly. Because what I'm feeling is that they feel they might get a bit of a frosty response from you, or a response from you that isn't going to match their feelings of kind of love and romance. The Seven of Pentacles is about weighing things up again, stepping back with a view, though, to moving forward once you've had the talk. Yeah, so I think their feelings are that at the moment it's a little bit stuck, but they are using that time to think about how they can come forward and sort out the problem, solve the issue, move forward, bring it back into balance. I think that's what they're thinking, because actually what they want, and it could be under the Nine of Wands, which is it can be a defensive energy. So maybe they're thinking that you are defensive with the porcupine here with the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is somebody standing up strong, defending themselves. They've been through a lot and they are not going to go through anymore. Again, they're going to stand up for themselves. So it may be that they're seeing you as somebody who's defensive and having to, wanting to stand up for yourself. Maybe you've had every reason to stand up for yourself in the past with whatever might have gone on in this situation. But they want a brand new, tangible beginning. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning. Aces are always new starts and new beginnings, but in a very tangible way, in a very real way. So I feel like this person has all the romantic feelings and thoughts for you. They feel deeply. They want to express their love. There's a lot of romance here with the love and the Knight of Cups here. I mean, that's very, if you want to know about how you're on someone's mind in a kind of love reading, then it's pretty clear that they, are thinking of you in a very loving way. In spite of or despite anything that may have happened in the past, they still think of you in that way. And they want this new beginning, this tangible new beginning with you, with the Ace of Pentacles. And the overarching energy is the Star. I mean, the Star, again, it goes with the Anemone about anticipation and expectation. The Star is a card of hope. It's a card of light. It's a card of happiness. It's a card of healing. So my sense is that how you're on this person's mind is that they want to begin again with you. They want to be with you. They want to overcome any issues or problems or barriers that there may have been in the situation if you were together with them in the past, or if there are issues or problems with you coming together, they want to overcome them. They may feel that they have to convince you in some way, or they have to work hard to get you on side. Maybe there needs to be better boundaries if it's something from the past. Going forward, there needs to be better boundaries. Maybe it's maybe with the possible third party, maybe they were a little bit of a somebody who didn't take the situation seriously before or wasn't committed to it before. But I feel with the Ace of Pentacles here, they want to make a brand new, committed, tangible beginning with you. They see you as their, the Star is just a beautiful, healing, hopeful energy. So they are very hopeful. I feel they're very, very hopeful that this situation can come into being, or it can repair itself, it can reconcile, it can move forward and move on, with the Justice card here as well, which is all about balance. And I feel like they are aware that fairness needs to be brought into it. They're willing to bring fairness into it. They're willing to bring balance into it. They're willing to talk it out, solve whatever's going wrong with it, or solve the issues that might be causing it to not come together or to pull apart. I mean, yeah, they might be looking at you as well. If you're in separation with the Star card here, you might be somebody that they look at if you've got some sort of social media presence, or somehow in which, you know, it doesn't have to be a big social media presence, but, you know, we can access people, can't we, now, a lot online and stuff. So they maybe just be looking at you still, keeping up to date with what you're up to, what you're doing. And they may see you as somebody who's very popular. Yeah, I kind of got the feeling with that. They may see you as somebody popular. Now, what's underneath? Something is poking out underneath there. Yeah, look, the Nine of Cups. I just had that. I only saw a tiny little bottom of this, but the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment. I feel like you are a wish fulfillment for them, for sure. And they want to be with you, definitely. They want to have you in their life. You are, yeah, you mean everything to them. I think that's kind of what I'm seeing here. You mean everything to them, pile number one, and they definitely. So the way that you're on their mind is that they, you know, they want to be with you. Put it simply, they want to be with you, and they want to overcome any obstacles or problems or barriers that there might be in the way to getting to you again. And they want to convince you that they can love you again, that you can love them again. But they're kind of realising that it might be a bit prickly initially from your side maybe. But in terms of astrological signs, Knight of Cups, that's Pisces. Seven of Pentacles, that is Scorpio, and no, Seven of Pentacles, sorry, that is Taurus energy. Ace of Pentacles, that could be any one of the earth signs of Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. And the Star is Aquarius energy. But let's get some messages, shall we? Let's see what we've got. Some messages for pile number one. How is pile number one on their person's mind? Is there a message that their person wants to give to them? Reconciliation. Would you believe it? Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. There you go. Let's see what else we've got. Anything else from pile number one and their person? Anything else from pile number one's person? What have we got here? Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So that might mean something for some of you. But that could just be a wider sense, you know, like, so maybe there were other interferences in this connection before, you know, from family or the community around you. And maybe that has a big impact on the situation if it's not come into being, or it had a big impact on the situation, or there are factors, you know, around your community, your family, you know, and religious factors, but other differences maybe in some way. One more message from pile number. I feel like that one wants to come out. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Now, it could be that this is a marriage, actually, because I did think that with the Justice card. Not that you have to be, you know, have children. Not that you have to be married to have children. I'm just saying it might be a long-term connection. You might have children in this situation. But I did think of marriage with the Justice card, because obviously that is a legal card as well. Yeah, so there you go. So there you go, pile number one. That has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in your next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number two. Welcome back to your reading. So in today's reading, we are doing, aren't we? How are you on your person's mind? Are you on their mind? What are they thinking? What are they feeling about the situation right now? So you chose to come into the reading under this gorgeous card that says, listen to advice. Listen to advice. And underneath that it says, guidance is needed to cross the ocean of life. Okay, so you also came in under this little silver bead here, so I'm just going to put that there. And then I also pre-shuffled a couple of oracle cards, and this one is, okay, this one is cleansing, card number 25. I always love this card. It's come out quite a lot in a lot of my readings lately. Cleansing, it's almost like it's got like such a fresh, with the lemons there, always reminds me of detoxification, something like that. Plus you had, your pile had two of these. It was the only pile that did have two of these that came out. And this is the Weasel and Pine introspection. The Weasel and Pine introspection. And then we've also got the Spider and Passion Flower, creative ingenuity. just off the bat, I mean, I'm just thinking with some of you, because we've got the spider here as well. Just for some of you, not for everyone, there might have been quite a lot of toxicity in this situation, or there might have been quite a lot of toxic behaviour or difficult behaviour in this situation, or some damage. Because what I'm noticing here, and I always notice it in this card, but I don't know if you can see this spider's web. This spider's web has been damaged by that passion flower. So somebody's behaviours might have been damaging in this situation, or this connection might have been damaged by someone's behaviour. And it needs some repair work. And you've got to be very creative. You're going to have to be very creative to repair it. So that might be what your person is thinking right now, that they need to think very hard and come up with a lot of creative solutions. Because a spider's web is very intricate. A lot of creative solutions to maybe get this back on track, and some of it is about detoxifying it. So clearing it up, cleaning it out, cleansing it with the lemons here. I mean, it might mean as well, with a listen to advice, that they're thinking that they need to get help. You need to get help. There needs to be some help from you need to get some help from your inner world. Maybe they are thinking that they need to. It could be that for a lot of you, you're in separation, because as well, the weasel card is a card about seeing things. This weasel is up on a tree. They're seeing out over a big area, but they're at a distance. It just makes me feel like maybe you're distant from each other. With the cleansing, with the listen to advice, introspection is about going inward again. So I feel like you might be in separation. This person is thinking in that time that you need to rethink things. There needs to be repair. There needs to be a cleaning up of the situation, a detoxing of the situation. They need to be better, or you need to be better in some way, or the whole situation needs to be cleaner, clearer, truer, more honest, more authentic, repaired, healed. So there may be that they're thinking that there needs to be a lot of healing in this situation. With the weasel again, it just makes me feel that somebody might have behaved, or they're thinking either they behaved poorly, or maybe they're thinking that I'm not saying that you have, but this is how they are. This is what's going on in their mind, that they are feeling that maybe you have behaved poorly, or someone hasn't behaved right. But there is still a lot of curiosity about you. So if you're in separation from this person, this is a part of people that are in separation, there is still a lot of curiosity about you. They're still looking, but they're doing it from afar, because this weasel is up on a tree branch looking out into the distance. They're doing it from afar. And again, with the spider's web, it just makes me feel, the spider's sitting in this web, just waiting to kind of, there's a lot of waiting. So there could be a lot of waiting, a lot of sitting, a lot of thinking, a lot of reflection going on at the moment with this person and in this connection about you, that they need to repair it in some way. They need to clean up their act maybe in some way. And maybe it was because of their lack of boundaries, or their need for, with the passion flower here, their need for kind of instant hits, or a quick hit, or a something like that. And maybe that did a lot of damage to the situation. That's just for some of you. Obviously, if it doesn't resonate, then, you don't have to take the message. But anyway, let's have a look and see. So thank you very much for liking, subscribing, and commenting. I really, really appreciate that. It means a lot to me. It means the channel can grow as well. If you subscribe, it means the channel can grow, and I can do a lot more readings like this one. So please do subscribe if you feel called to. But anyway, let's start off. And just remember, it's a general reading. So as I say, take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Let's see what... how is Pan-Su on their person's mind right now? How are they on their person's mind? 6 of Cups. What's this one? The Hanging Man. Yeah, a lot of waiting, things in suspension, needing a new perspective. That's what the Hanged Man is. How is part number 2 on their person's mind right now? Ten of Swords, it's at the bottom of the deck, and the High Priestess. Yeah, so I feel like with the High Priestess here being the overarching energy, you know, you are in sort of, you might be hidden from this person. That's what I mean, like that's why you've got the weasel here. They're looking at you from a distance, but you are, or they are, you know, both of you are closed off from each other, because the High Priestess is a closed off energy. It's a very secret energy. It's a very hidden energy. But it's, you know, an energy of, that has a very open mind, a very expansive mind, you know, a very intuitive mind, obviously with the High Priestess, the most intuitive card in the deck. And it goes with all these cards about listen to advice, go inward, introspection. So this person really might be doing a lot of inner work about this connection. This connection might have really stopped them in their tracks and made them think about themselves, their behaviour, how they are in relationships. They've had to, with the Hanged Man, shift their perspective. They might be doing a lot of soul searching, to gain a better perspective, to gain a different perspective. So maybe I'm just getting an intuitive feel that in this situation, I feel like a lot of you are in separation, and you know, their behaviour before maybe wasn't that great, and they're trying now to really reflect on that and clean up their act and maybe gain support and advice. So maybe they had some behaviours that really meant that they had to get outside support and help and advice, you know, to be able to move on in their life, to be able to move forward in their life. So maybe they were stuck in poor behaviours before, but now they are gaining a shift. They've shifted. I feel like this person kind of wants you to know that they have shifted. They've become wiser. They've become more enlightened in some way. But you are hidden to them. So it could be that you've been in separation for quite a long time from this person. That could be for some of you. But with the Six of Cups here, I mean, I think they just see you as, they're looking back very nostalgically. I mean, the Six of Cups is an extremely nostalgic card. So there is a lot of love still that they have for you. And they are seeing you as this almost like a soulmate energy, really. I mean, the Six of Cups is that soulmate energy. It's a very nostalgic energy. It's a very loving energy. It's a cozy, warm energy. It's a friendship energy. It is a kind of reconciliation card, really. It does feel like it has a kind of reconciliation feel to it. But again, with the cat here, I never noticed here, but there's a cat in the front here. I mean, cats are pretty independent, aren't they? You know, and I just feel with the High Priestess, they are feeling, I feel like with the rabbit, they want an abundance again with you, but I can see this cat in the front here, and I just think that maybe they feel that you are very independent now, that you have shut yourself down from them, that you're no longer interested in them, that you have got a new perspective, you have gained a new perspective in life, you have become more enlightened, you have healed from the situation, you are in a better place, and you wouldn't want them. The Ten of Swords is about, you know, an ending, really. The Ten of Swords, but it can mean a new rising up and a new beginning. So out of a dead situation, with the Ten of Swords, there is always the chance for it to cancel down to one, because tens is about endings, final endings and completions, and ones is about new beginnings. And whenever you see the traditional Rider-Waite Ten of Swords, it always has that little horizon in the background of somebody lying on the ground with 10 swords in their back, but you've always got that little hope, that little glimmer of hope. So I feel like this person is thinking there's still a glimmer of hope there in this situation. They still have an immense love for you. But you know, when I say a little glimmer of hope, I'm talking about a little glimmer of hope. It's not massive. They have this strong love for you, this strong sense of you feeling almost like home. But you are hidden. You are hidden from them with the High Priestess here. You are holding yourself secret. You are holding yourself back. Maybe they are. Maybe they have pulled back from you because they are having to do a lot of healing, a lot of work on themselves. And maybe they are thinking, I can only look at you from afar because actually I'm not ready yet. I haven't healed my damage yet. I haven't healed myself yet. I'm working really hard. I'd love you to know that I'm working really hard. I'd love you to know that my perspective is changing, that I'm becoming more enlightened. I see you in such a nostalgic, loving way. But I'm not, I'm keeping myself hidden or out of view or back from you. I have a strong intuitive link with you, but I'm not ready maybe to come out to come connect with you. Again, there's still a lot of work that I need to do. So it could be that as well. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, the Six of Cups is Scorpio energy, which is again a very secretive energy, isn't it? Scorpio has a very secret, deep side. Hanging Man is Pisces. Ten of Swords, that is Gemini energy. And yeah, so there you go. So let's see what else we've got. Let's see, so how is pile number 2 on their person's mind currently? Yeah, 9 of Swords. I feel like there's a lot of pain. I feel like this person is going through a lot, really. I feel like they're really going through it. And can you believe it? Oh no, I thought that was the Six of Cups again, but it's the Four of Cups. My apologies. I don't know why it made me think of the Six of Cups. Okay, so how is pile number 2 on their person's mind currently? How is pile number 2 on their person's mind currently? I feel like that one wants to come out. Queen of Swords, yeah. Okay, and the Fool. I think that they, I mean, the Nine of Swords is about a lot of worry, a lot of stress, a lot of angst. So maybe they think that you went through a lot of worry, stress and angst with them when you were in the connection with them. Maybe they're thinking it would be a lot of worry, stress and anxiety to be with you, because underneath all these nostalgic thoughts and feelings about you, there is the Nine of Swords, which is stress, which is worry. So in reality, maybe they're thinking, look, I've got these very strong feelings still for pile number 2, but actually, in reality, that's going to stress me out, or I'm going to feel very anxious, or they're going to feel very stressed and anxious if we ever got it together again. Because I do feel with this one, it is mainly about people that are in separation, and maybe they've been in separation for quite a long time. You're just having this reading, out of curiosity about how you're on their mind, and if you're on their mind. Yeah, with the Hanged Man, we have the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is about, someone, I suppose in this context, I would say it's someone's not ready. Someone's not ready for this cup that's coming towards them. So the way I interpret it in this reading is that this person is not ready, or maybe they're thinking you're not ready to go back into the situation, or to try to repair the situation. You're not interested. So even though they may have a new perspective, they may be healed, they may be more enlightened, you're just sort of like, or someone is resistant. This is kind of like a resistant energy, is resistant to hearing that, or to accepting that, or to wanting to know about that. So maybe they're feeling that you would be like that, or maybe it's again about them being still resistant to actually doing anything about this Six of Cups feelings that they have towards you. And then we have the Queen of Swords. Well, the Queen of Swords is somebody who's very together, very, she goes well with the High Priestess, because the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords are very detached energies. They're not showy and open and gushing with their feelings and emotions. They're very, very, very contained, very detached, very knowledgeable, very wise. I mean, the Queen of Swords is also a queen that's had to protect her heart, because she's probably been through a lot of painful experiences. So it's not safe with the Queen of Swords. Sometimes it's not always safe for her to open up her heart. She's got a lot of boundaries around it. And I feel that out of this situation where you may have ended with this person, they are seeing that you have really protected yourself. You're really protecting yourself now. You're not letting anyone in who could potentially hurt you underneath the Ten of Swords here. So you are guarded and boundaried against any situation that can potentially cause you damage or hurt you. And I feel like that's how this person is seeing you, as very strong, very boundaried, very clear, very insightful, very intuitive, somebody who's not going to, nobody can pull the wool over their eyes. They're just very, very, very wise. And resistant. I think they're seeing you as being resistant to the connection. And also they may be resistant to the connection. Because there's something here, they may just literally want to look at you from afar, or to see it from afar, or to just kind of check in with you maybe on social media to check on how you're doing. But I feel in this pile there's definitely a lot of love and a lot of nostalgia and a lot of memories about the connection, but there's a resistance as well that I think they primarily think that you have towards it, but underneath the overarching energy for them is like the Fool, so it's like a brand new beginning. It might be taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. So I think eventually this person wants a brand new beginning, but I don't feel it's like yet. I feel like there's a lot of work still to be done in this situation for them, really. Let me just see what's underneath there. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. Because I think it's got something to do with truth and honesty and integrity. I think with the Queen of Swords here, they know that you would only accept truth, honesty and integrity. And with the Spider here and the damage and the Passion Flower damaging the web, and because the web can also be home. So maybe there was something that damaged the home, or damaged your time together, or damaged your connection, or if you were in maybe if you were in a marriage with them, or a long-term connection, something got in the way to damage that, and cause it to come into separation. And maybe it was around deceit or lies or toxicity or something like that. And now only truth and integrity and honour and honesty and authenticity will cut it with you. And I think they know that. They'd have to go back to the beginning almost. If you got back together, you'd have to go back to the beginning where it's innocent and pure, and like Fool, where things were innocent and pure, and you didn't have all that baggage, really. I feel like they would love to be able to offer that, but I just think at the moment they're thinking that that's probably not what you are ready to accept from them. And maybe they're thinking they couldn't really offer that at the moment. There's still a lot that they need to do, a lot of work on themselves that they need to do. So they're content with having these nostalgic, loving feelings about you, beautiful memories about you, but there's no cards here to me, because I do feel it is mainly a pile of separation, of moving, of taking action to come forwards practically towards you. But in terms of astrological signs, the Nine of Swords, that is Gemini. Four of Cups, that is Cancer energy. Queen of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Ace of Swords again, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. But let's have some messages. Let's see if we've got some messages from pile number 2. Pile number 2's person towards pile number 2. Any messages? Please make it clear, any messages. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. So maybe some of you have some children, maybe you have children together. This one came out in pile number 1, actually, interestingly. So if you feel drawn to pile number 1, you might want to look at pile number 1. Anything else from pile number 2 and their person? Certainly if you had a home together. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So maybe they want you to have trust and faith. Maybe later down the track, like I said, with the Fool card, they want that brand new beginning. And also, I guess children are quite trusting and innocent, aren't they? Or something like that. And it's about new beginnings, trusting in new beginnings. But only if you want that, pile number 2, because I feel like you might have gone through a lot in this situation. And, you might not feel ready to trust right now. So that's kind of, maybe they want you to trust, but maybe you're not ready to trust. Maybe they have to prove that they are trustworthy. Okay, what else have we got from pile number 2's person? Retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. Well, that's definitely all about, I feel like both of you are in retreat. They're definitely in retreat. And I feel like you're in retreat. There is a retreat element to this connection, certainly, where there's a lot of healing going on for them, and a lot of drawing your boundaries for you, really. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So we are doing today, aren't we? How are you on your person's mind? Are you on their mind? What are they thinking? What are they feeling about you and the connection? So you chose to come into this reading under this gorgeous card here. And it says Return to Joy. It's just such a beautiful card. The colours are just, you really get drawn into that card, don't you? And it says, we are here to experience joy. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful card. So let's put that there. I've also, this little bead that you got here, it reminds me of a little mosaic pattern. I know it's not mosaic, but it's got a lovely little kind of mosaic pattern there. I'm going to put that there so that we can see it. And also I pre-shuffled a couple of oracle cards. So let's have a look at those. So we've got Chives, card 14 with Divination. Chives, Divination, that cancels down to 4. 1 and 4 is 5. Okay. And then we've also got the Boar and Pumpkin, Confidence. And I think this is card 18. 1 and 8 is 9, isn't it? So I feel like for some of you, you might be in separation from this person, from some of you. With the Return to Joy and the Divination and the pump with the, because 5 is about challenges, 1 and 4, 14 is cancels down to 5, because 1 and 4 is 5, and 5 is often about challenges, upheaval, disruption, shifts, that kind of thing. And with the Return to Joy, I just feel like maybe this person, how they're thinking about you. For some of you, is that they want to come back to you or they want to be with you. I feel like they might be trying to get a lot of guidance with the Divination here. A lot of clues, a lot of guidance maybe from, tarot or other forms of divination with the crystal ball here about, predictions maybe about, or they're trying to predict. They're trying to predict in their own mind, how to do that or when that's going to happen or if that's going to happen. I think they feel like they're quite confident with the Boar and the Pumpkin here. There's quite a lot of confidence. Something just for some of you might have happened around the Halloween season. So with the pumpkins here, it's just making me think of October. There might have been that might mean something in this connection to some of you, that kind of Halloween period, that October time, or the month of October, or sort of like late September, October. That kind of whole period, that whole time period. This is card number 18, and obviously 1 and 8 is 9, and 9 again is about, endings of cycles, really, and new beginnings. So maybe some of you came into separation. For some of you, that could be what's going on here. But if not, it might be that this person is, with the Divination card here, is that they are really thinking a lot about you and coming up, wanting to come up with, trying to predict maybe how you are going to, how you would respond to them, or how you would connect with them, or how you would see them, something like that here. But they see you in a very joy, with this Return to Joy, I think they're just seeing you as they are seeing you as joy. They are seeing you in a very positive way, I think, here. Almost like, I feel like because this card sort of draws you in, doesn't it? Kind of like you feel drawn to that sort of, you go through the tunnel, you feel drawn to that light there. So I feel like you've got a pull somehow with them. You're pulling them in. I feel like you're pulling them in, and you are radiating in some way that pulls them in, that draws them in, really. Because we're being pulled into that sun right in the centre. It looks like a sun anyway. So I feel like this person, and also the Boar can be quite kind of greedy. So I feel like this person is really hungry, more like hungry for you, actually. That's how there might be a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry, and all that going on in this situation. So it might be a crush situation or something like that. The But anyway, let's get straight to it. Thank you for subscribing, sharing, liking. I'm not sure if I've said that already, but thank you so much. If you've done that, it makes a huge difference. So please do carry on if you feel called to. But anyway, I'm not going to actually take that because I haven't really asked the question just yet. So how is pile number 3 on their person's mind? So we've got the High Priestess. How is pile number 3's person? How is pile number 3 rather on their person's mind right now? How are they on the person's mind right now? 5 of Cups. How is pile number 3 on their person's mind right now? 7 of Swords. And the overarching energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so so with the 5 of Cups being sort of central to these cards here, what I would say is that because this is really a card about focusing on loss, focusing on upset. This person is completely focused on these cups which have spilt, really. So it's really having a strong focus. So maybe they're thinking that you are focused on loss. If you've come into separation, you are focused on the things that went wrong in the situation, or the things that weren't right in the situation, the upset that might have occurred in the situation, or the maybe they're thinking either that you're dwelling on that at the moment and they want you to turn around and look at these 2 of Cups that is still present in this situation, or they are in that state where they are just feeling very upset being in separation from you. They're upset and they're hurt, and they so much so that they can't focus on the potential that might still be in the situation. So maybe it's you that wants to return to joy. It's you that wants to, have more of, because with the Boar here, I just feel like it's, they're wanting more. It's like there's an element of kind of greediness to it. They're wanting more of it. So maybe you're wanting more of this situation, or they're thinking that you are too focused on what's gone on before and you can't turn around, you can't see the potential still, in the situation. And also with the High Priestess, this is kind of like a secret, a hidden energy. So someone might be keeping themselves secret, hidden, detached from the situation. So somebody might have to be using all these divinatory tools just to find out about you, to just connect with you, to just, like have lots of tarot readings or lots of, other look at astrology or whatever, just to find out about you and to get some information on you. So it might be something that is very hidden, that you've closed yourself off, or they've closed themselves off in some way. Or it could be as well that with the divination coming right next to the High Priestess, that you are being called on to really listen to your intuition in this situation, pile number 3, that you are being asked to listen to your signs about this person and about this connection. Because the other thing that I'm kind of picking up with this is that they might be somebody who just wants to come in, or they might have before wanted to just come in, get what they want and then go again, because that might be why we have the Boar and the Pumpkin here, and the return to joy. We're here to experience joy. So they're seeing you in a very attractive way, in a magnetic way. You pull them in. They're very, very strongly. There's a lot of, I'm wanting to say there's a lot of, I feel like there's a lot of lust with this person. But it could be that they, that they just kind of saw you in that way, because the 7 of Swords here is a bit of a trickster energy, a bit of a tricky energy. So maybe somebody did something tricky in this connection. Maybe they're thinking that you did something tricky or dishonest in the connection, or they did something tricky or dishonest in the connection. Maybe they just used the connection for what they wanted at the time and then, moved away from it or something like that. And maybe that's why now, they need to listen to their intuition, listen to the red flags, if there are red flags in this situation. But it just makes me feel that somebody, they are feeling very focused on what hurt has happened in the past. Either they're feeling like that, or they're thinking that you are. So there's a sort of a resistance, if you like, to turning around to seeing that there's still potential in it. But there might be that, there might be a very good reason for this, because with the Seven of Swords, I just feel like maybe something went on in this situation which wasn't quite right, where the behaviour wasn't quite right, where it was a bit tricky or whatever. But I would think as well, though, that there is something within them as well that wants to overcome that, because the overarching energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Well, the Knight of Pentacles, so it could be as well that this is a secret situation. This is a crush situation. This is a situation that's hidden, that can't come out in the open, that can't be revealed. If it were to be revealed, it would cause a lot of upset and chaos and unhappiness, which is why we've got the Five of Cups here. That it couldn't, maybe this person is feeling that, I can't let my feelings out for pile number 3, because it's just going to be too, even though I know we've got a connection with the Two of Cups here behind me, I just can't allow myself to turn around and look at that, because, it's something that I can't explore. So I need to be hidden about it. It needs to be under the radar. It needs to be a bit sneaky or something like that, with the High Priestess, a bit hidden, a bit secretive. It needs to stay that way. So that could be something, the way in which this person is feeling about the situation. But I feel like they do want that. There is, they are very attracted to you. I think that's what I'm saying here. They're very attracted to you. There's a lot of anticipation. There's a lot of finding out about you. There's a lot of looking and wanting to try and predict how things might go, that sort of thing. There's a lot of exploration of you. They want a lot of you. I feel like they want a lot of you, but maybe they're even resistant to it. They think you're resistant to it, or they feel that they have to be resistant to it and have to keep it secret in some way. But the overarching energy is the Knight of Pentacles. Well, that is... Knights are always action, but this, I have to say, this is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So it's the slowest form of action, but it is a form of action which is based on grounding, based on tangible results, based on security and stability. It's sort of like in contrast, actually, to all these cards. So maybe if something's come apart here, maybe if there's been a separation because of difficult behaviour, because of tricky behaviour, because of somebody causing hurt or damage, because of somebody having secrets that weren't revealed and then they came out and they caused upset. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles that they want to repair it, or they want to slowly move forward, slowly return to the situation, but in a very slow way, a sort of plodding way, almost like, snail's pace, and offer something tangible, something real, something more concrete. But they are feeling that it has to be in a very slow way. I feel like if they were left to their own devices, they'd want to do it quickly, but I think they feel they have to be slow. They have to be slow here. Because maybe something went down here where it was very tricky and very inauthentic, and they didn't behave properly. Maybe there was some trickery, that went down here in some way. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So that's, if that doesn't sound like your kind of situation, you might want to listen to another pile if it doesn't resonate. In terms of astrological signs, the Five of Cups, that is Scorpio. Again, Scorpio energy is secret energy. So we've got secret, secret, secret. So this is either a secret situation or something secret came out. And also with the divination card, well, that's all about, trying to find out, isn't it? Trying to predict. So I feel like this situation, maybe this situation is just a very hidden situation, a very secret situation, a very under the radar situation. Maybe you're just very hidden from them, kept yourself back from them at the moment. They don't know what's going on in your life at the moment, maybe. But there's definitely hurt and loss, and someone dwelling on that hurt, or what they are thinking, somebody is dwelling on that hurt and loss. So maybe they are dwelling on it, or they're thinking you're dwelling on it, and you can't see the potential still, what they think is the potential still in the situation, the return to joy, if you like. Okay, so let's see what else we've got. How is pile number 3 on their person's mind right now? Three of Pentacles. How is pile number 3 on their person's mind right now? Justice. Yeah, I think they either did something a bit shady, or they're thinking maybe you did something a bit shady, or something was done that was sort of, you know, wasn't right in some way. Oh yes, let's see here. There you go. 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups. Yeah, 2 of Cups, like this behind the 3 of Cups. I didn't bring out 4 cards in the previous 2 readings, but for some reason I'm being called to do that in this one. We have the Ace of Swords, yeah, and then underneath of the deck we have the 7 of Wands. So, well, I mean, I feel like they definitely want to, having seen these cards, what I feel is that they think that you are maybe dwelling on, and you might have every reason to. I'm just simply sort of channeling what I think they're, you know, because it's about how are they, you know, how you are on their mind, how they are thinking. So I think they're thinking that you are still caught up in past hurts, and what they want is underneath the 7 of Swords, where they may have behaved badly, or somebody may have behaved badly, they want repair with the 2 of Cups here, because the 2 of Cups is a card of connection, a card of relationships, a card of a relationship built on a strong foundation of friendship. So they definitely want to repair it. They want to repair damage. So if damage has been done, they want to repair it. They want to come back together. They want to reconcile. They see the potential for that. Because in this 5 of Cups, there's always the chance that you can turn around. Down there, you can turn around and see the 2. Oh, see the 2 of Cups here, and you have the 2 of Cups. That's what they are wanting, for you to turn around and see the 2 of Cups. Underneath whatever might have happened to cause the upset is Justice, which is balance, putting things right, getting fairness back into the situation. So I think they want healing. They want to return to joy. That is your main card. They want to return to joy, and you are that for them. They want to return to joy, and they want to collaborate. So out of this separation or period of time where you've been hidden from them, or you've been secret from them, or you've been cut off from them, this is the 3 of Pentacles. That is about collaborating, coming forward, talking. And I feel like they feel, with the boar and the pumpkin, they feel confident, because the key word for that is confidence. They feel confident that they can do that. But they know that it has to be honest this time, because the Ace of Swords is honesty, is cutting through anything, getting rid of anything that is not serving the situation in a true, authentic, honest, clear way. That is the Ace of Swords, a new beginning, which is honest and true, and direct, and there isn't any room for this anything that's, you know, shady, or anything that is unclear, anything that's scattered, anything that's wishy-washy. It's not. They don't want that. They know that it has to be a beginning, a new beginning, which is based on truth and honesty. But the reason why I think you've got the Knight of Pentacles and it's a slow movement is that they see there's still a little bit of a challenge. So I think their instinct would be to try and come towards you quickly, but they know that there is a challenge. But the 7 of Wands is never a challenge that can't be overcome. The person is always above the challenges. They can always get over the challenges. And that's why I think you've got the confidence here, because I think this person is confident that they can return to this situation. You know, they're confident that it can happen. They want to do the work. They want to collaborate with you. They want to bring it back into balance. They want to show you how much you mean to them. They know they need to be honest and true. They know they need to be more stable and more tangible here with the Knight of Pentacles. They know that they need to do that. But it's a challenge. You know, they're not in any way. I feel like I'm being called to this one. I don't know what this one is. The King of Pentacles. Look, you see, they've all come out. So we've got the They know they need to move from the Knight of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, which is this slow movement of building something tangible to actually offering something real. I mean, the King of Pentacles is a grounded, real, stable, secure, solid, dependable, loyal. And to my mind, my favourite king is always the King of Pentacles, because it is just so, or the energy is so reliable, so authentic, so solid, so grounded. They're the archetypal husband, the archetypal father figure. They just are good providers. They're wise, because all kings have wisdom. And they're just great, you know, they're just great, solid people to have around you, to have as a partner. And underneath that, you've got the Three of Cups, which is about celebration and joy. So I feel like these are all in contrast to what might have gone on before, and what might have caused it to come into separation. Just for some of you, I mean, they may actually be watching. You might actually be someone who is, you know, very psychic. You might actually be very spiritual, very psychic. They may watch you. They may be getting guidance from you. You might be some kind of tarot reader or spiritual person, and they may actually be getting guidance unknown to you from you. That might be, I know that's a very specific message, but I'm just feeling that for some of you, you know, that you might be in that world. And that also might be why you know, were very aware of any underhand behaviour, because you would have intuitively picked that up. So they know that they can't, you know, they need to be honest and true, because you'll be able to see through it. But anyway, let's see if we've got any. So in terms of astrological signs, Three of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. Justice is Libra energy. Two of Cups is Cancer energy. Ace of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Seven of Wands is Leo energy. So let's see any messages from pile number 3's person to pile number 3. New love. Oh, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So maybe this is a situation where it's secret and hidden, under the radar, a crush situation, but they want to have a new love with you. Or maybe there's a new love for you in the background for you, pile number 3. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So maybe if this is renewed love, maybe this is saying, look, you know, you might have gone through a lot here, but it is safe for us to have this love again. If you can have it in your heart to trust me. But obviously that's up to you, pile number 3. It'll always be your choice. But I feel this person does definitely want to repair and return and put things right. But they know they need to be slow, and they know it's not going to be easy. But they're up for the challenge. I think that's what I would say. They're up for the challenge. Is there any other messages for pile number 3? Yeah. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So there you go, pile number 3. That has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next reading. Have a great day. Bye for now.